Leave.
And no success, dreams in the making. I grinded for it, seems like an eternity. Now I know what it takes to make it. EYG the label, EYG the brand. EYG the label, and EYG the brand. Just elevate your grind. Exclusive young G's, put the city on our back. Grinding through the mud, climb up out the strong. Elevated status on done. EYG the label, EYG the brand.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up?
We back. That boy Jizzle got the fret. Let me see how, bro.
Boy, that thing ain't free now, boy. Boy, it ain't free. Don't put me out there like that in the street.
Bro.
You know how to manage it when you got to get to a certain point, man.
Oh, okay. What y'all boys up to?
Then, man, we ready to crank it up, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Excited about this guest, man.
Oh, yeah. We got a guest, Miss Jenny, Chef Jenny. We're going to bring her on. Anything important going on at Curtis' house you want to talk about? Rep?
Yeah, this Saturday, October the 23rd, we're going to have a fall festival from 1 to 3 p.m. And so it's going to basically be kind of like a Halloween theme. We're going to do sack racing and, cornhole. We're going to have educational component. We partner with the NAACP and a few organizations in the community. So, people can come out and enjoy it. This may be a little late by the time they see it, but that's what we got going on this Saturday.
Okay.
What you
got going, just?
They're like the old school set racing with like a potato bag. You be jumping.
Yeah.
Old school right there.
What you got, just?
Not much, bro. Not much to me, but a lot going on, man. Just keep applying this pressure.
Drop that video, didn't you? That little snippet.
That snippet.
Bro said he ain't got nothing going.
In Jamaica, still on the beach, rolling stogies with my lady, sipping rum punch, hash got my body feeling lazy. I'm on a whole nother vibe, a whole nother level. All you other rappers, you guys, you all in trouble. I done transform like an ultra beam. My third eye woke me up and made me super saiyan like a super beam. Yeah.
That boy said he ain't got nothing going on. You got a video coming out, bro.
Yeah, man. It ain't nothing. It's major, but just turn the wheels a little bit.
Yeah, when is dropping?
Next Wednesday, bro. Next Wednesday, 27th. Yeah, 27th.
Yeah, the 27th.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put out next Wednesday, bro. So just doing that promo right now for it. Get their minds wondering. But you know what I'm saying? Definitely a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Came from ferocious vibe to man in the mirror, so it's definitely gonna be an entire vibe.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. Last thing, then we're gonna bring in Chef Jenny. I got the first feature film I produced. We sold it to BET. It starts streaming on BET Plus October 28th.
Yes, sir.
So that's why we, doing the podcast at this time. I just left somebody else's podcast with my PR doing a press tour for that. So yeah, by the time y'all see this, this will be Sunday. So yeah, y'all tune in to BET Plus October 28th. It'll be streaming.
Yes, sir, bro. I got to see that thing last week. So yeah. Pretty good.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Yes,
that boy looking good on that red carpet too. Now you ain't see it looking dapper. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Yes, sir. All right. Without further ado, we're gonna bring her in, Miss Jennifer Sebasigari.
Hey.
Hi.
How you doing?
How you doing, Queen?
I'm doing well. How are y'all?
Wonderful.
Good.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for coming on the Roundtable, man. You've been rocking with EYG for some years now.
I know. Since I was in culinary school, I think I was like 25, 7 years now.
Oh,
yeah.
I never heard a female give her age low key like that.
Oh, it's okay. I'm with my age.
Okay.
Absolutely. So just start from the beginning, because we know you got an interesting backstory.
Mm-hmm.
So where were you born, and how long were you there where you were originally born?
So I was born actually in Burundi, which is in East Africa, and I lived there for, I would say, maybe like 4 years. And we had to go back to my native country, which is Congo, where my parents are from.
Okay. So how long were you there?
In
after
Congo?
You guys went back? Yeah.
So I was in Congo from like 4 till I was 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved to Cameroon. And then I was in Cameroon for like 1.5 years, and then I moved to the United States.
So your first experience, or I wouldn't say experience as a chef, but maybe this is where you found your love. I read that when you were 10 years old, you prepared a meal for your family in Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
That was your first meal ever cooking? Like what do you remember that meal? Like how
Oh yeah, I
important?
remember exactly what I made. So I made a beef stew, like with the rich tomato marinade with rice.
That sounds pretty good.
It really was. I feel like I use that recipe all the time. It's like my family old recipe.
So you learned that recipe from your mom?
Yeah, my mom is like an amazing cook. She cooks all the time.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
And then you moved to the U.S. at the age of 12, correct?
Uh-huh.
Where did you guid move to? What city?
Austin.
Austin,
Texas.
Longhorn.
What'd you say, Joseph?
You need to put that down.
Why you don't like?
She put a Longhorns?
Yeah, you need, Vince Young is gone.
This is my friend, actually. I mean, just because Vince is gone doesn't mean the Longhorn are dead.
Yeah, they started off good. I thought this was gonna be the year, and then they just.
I know until they got beat by OU. That was so sad.
Well, every game they lost has been super close, though.
Yeah,
I know.
Like, I think they're the best 3-loss team in the country. Like every game they lost, they were in it or either winning until the end.
What did you call them?
Yeah, you heard it. Start that
3-loss team.
They're the best 3-loss team in the country.
I want to start using that line. That's actually very clever.
But it's true though. If you watch football, like if you look at the teams that got 3 losses, Texas is probably the best one.
And he got to get his players in there too, though. You got to get your players in there too.
Yeah.
Sarkisian got to get his players in there too. That's one thing about it. So I understand.
Wow.
Exactly. So what was the transition from you moved from Cameroon last, right? Cameroon to Austin?
Yeah.
What was that transition like for a 12-year-old?
Oh my God, it was so great. So the reason why we were moving was because I don't know if you guys know about the genocide of Rwanda. So the genocide of Rwanda really was annexing in all the little country next to Rwanda. It was just really brutal and very scary. A lot of people died, obviously. My parents and I, we were one of the victims of the war, so we had to fix a lot of turmoil. Long story short, when we moved, it was because the United Nations gave 1,500 visa to Congolese victims to come and relocate in the United States, resettle.
Really?
So when the United Nations give you visa, it's like that you have to go in a refugee camp because they have to screen you, do medical checks, and all that stuff. So that was the process.
So how many people went through that same process, do you think, around that time?
It was 1,500. So we were in a camp of 1,500, but it's so funny because even in times like that, people will always try to like be fraudulent, So there's people that just knew that, okay, we're going to America. So they would bring their cousin and say that their cousin is their daddy, the daddy's the cousin, the brother's the sister. Like it was just such a hot mess. So not everybody got to come to America. So some people like America, when they were doing those screening and background check, some people actually got denied because they will find out they did lie. They really, their story didn't add up because we will have to do interviews. Like those interviews were crazy. Like there will be government official that will come to the camp and like interview your mom, your dad, and then interview like the first kids, interview the kids together, like just trying to make sure that the stories are all, you know, add up, you know. So all that process took like a year and a half. Yeah, very stressful. You know, I was 10 years old and I was like stressed.
So did they give y'all like any like heads up about like they finna pull y'all, or was it just random?
What do you mean? Like the interview?
How you say it took like a year?
Yeah, so the interview it was actually very, very it was very well organized. So the way it went down is when you got to the camp, you know, you get there, they settle you, and a little bit after now you're getting familiar with the area, and then the people that are working that mission, I would say, will come and start telling you, okay, next week we'll have tent A to 74 interview, or they will do it in alphabetical order. So they will give you a heads up. When is your interview? What time is it? They'll have lists. It was very organized, very organized. And then while we were in a refugee camp, also, you know, the United Nations also provides like English classes, which those English classes was so bad because I never learned English. The only thing I learned was like, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Fine, thank you. That's all I knew. They provide you like English classes because, you know, you don't go to school. So it was pretty cool, very organized, very, very organized.
And your first language is French?
Yeah, so Congo, Burundi, and Rwanda native language is French. Because we were colonized by Francophone countries. So the country that we were colonized by was Belgium. So yeah, my first language was French, and then I learned Swahili, Lingala, English, and you know.
Swahili. Which is your favorite language to speak, would you say?
So
between Swahili and French.
Okay, so I like French because it's very like romantic, right? And it sounds better. But I like also Swahili because I feel more at home. Like I speak it to people that I'm very comfortable with, like my mom, my dad, you know, like other African peers that I meet that we speak Swahili. It's like, it's comforting. It's like, you know, like whenever you're with like your childhood friends and then you have like that dirty slang.
Of course we know.
Yeah, and then when you go around like the
it's like when I talk to them.
Like, right.
And you have to be like proper. So it's kind of the same feeling.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you to say something, but
I
ain't gonna mess with you. I ain't gonna mess with you.
No, man, you got to.
Come on, Jeremy. Jeremy's such a politician now. He doesn't talk. He watches what he says. I'm like, what happened?
That way he changed.
They're trying to change him.
What you wanted to say, Rep?
Don't tell all the secrets, Jenny. Don't like
the secrets.
Yeah.
What? So I want to hear a sentence in Swahili. I do. Since the rep can't hear, I want to hear.
Okay, so what do you want me to say though?
Say, hey guys, and then say your name. I'm happy to be here.
At the Elevate Your Grind podcast.
Okay,
Roundtable. Yeah.
I don't even know how to say elevate your grind in Swahili because those were grind does not work. I'll say something. Jambo mwe, jina langu Jennifer Sebasigari, leo niko ku podcast ya marafiki yangu, jinayo ku elevate your grind.
Put that little swing on it. Hey. So what did you just say?
I just say hi. My name is Jennifer Sebasigari. Today I'm at a podcast with my friends. It's called Elevate Your Grind.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
I would not know what that said. Got to translator for that, right? No.
I like it, though. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
You know, I just
I like
say something to me.
Are y'all gonna go to Africa anytime soon?
I mean, it'll be lovely.
It's definitely on the list. It's definitely on the list.
What's the best part to go to then? You know, because people will be like Egypt or, you know, Johannesburg or.
Right. So I feel like it depends, right? It depends on really what do you want to see. Do you want to go to a safer part of Africa that is more safer, is more Americanized? If you want to do that, South Africa. Of course, Egypt is a lot of history. You know, Northern Africa has a lot of history. Central Africa, not really safe, but also has a lot of history, a lot of good food. Nigeria is just like, I mean, Nigeria is becoming like the America of Africa. You know, there's a lot of business opportunity. There's a lot of clubs, music, you know, but also there's countries like Uganda, Kenya, where you can go and do an amazing safari and really see how Africa is really ran, right? But then you have like South Africa that is pretty much like America, but the difference is just Black people everywhere. You know what I mean? And they're speaking different languages. So it really depends on where you want to go and what are your goals. Congo is just a little bit dangerous, but it's also a beautiful country. You know, it's not always safe to go, but the food is beautiful. It's such a beautiful country. Like Congolese are known for their music, so most of African legendary artists are all Congolese. The food is really good. It's very rich in mineral like coltan, diamond, gold, but also it's one of the poorest country in Africa because they don't keep the resources to themselves. They sell them too. Yeah.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
Gotcha.
It just depends on where you want to do.
Mm.
Any of you guys been to Africa?
Nah, I would love to go. I ain't been out that far now.
Yeah, you guys have to go. I think you guys enjoy it.
I was supposed to go one year, but I didn't go though. But I was supposed to go 1 year.
Where were you gonna go?
I think Rwanda or something like that. I think it was something like that. Ghana. I think it may have been Ghana.
Yeah, I think it was Ghana.
And when you say like not safe, like what kind of is that like entail?
So when I mean not safe, it's just not safe as a tourist to go. You know, it's just I don't really I have no idea. Like it's like, you know, when you go to the hood and you know that it's not safe to be in that part of the hood.
You better know somebody over here.
Yes, that's exactly how it is. And you know, in Africa, there's not really like police. Like police don't exist. Like I wish there was police in Africa.
Right.
So it's not like if something happened to you, you're gonna call the cops. Who are you gonna call? Where's the police?
Oh, yeah.
Who is the police actually?
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like, so some country really don't have that type of structure. So you don't really want to go to places like that you don't know anyone and you're a tourist, because as soon as you step out of a flight, they're going to know that you're not African. You're, you know, so you're just setting yourself for getting robbed and a lot of other things can happen. So.
No, we're not.
Gotcha. So Rwanda shouldn't be high on the list, huh?
I don't like to talk about Rwanda.
Wasn't that a movie?
Yeah. Rwanda, from the genocide of Rwanda.
Yeah.
I'm so traumatized of that I would just live in peace in America.
Don't go out there.
Speaking of, like, how was because I know I have a lot of friends who like were born in Nigeria and came here like as a kid, and a lot of their parents kind of look down on one of them is a doctor, but the ones who aren't, their parents kind of look down on them for not choosing like the route of a doctor or a lawyer or science, whatever the case may be. Like how was your parents when it came to career choices?
So my parents just wanted me to be happy and to do something that I love. And I'm just going to touch on that subject, why, so you guys can get a little background. So in Africa, there's not like other type of resources or everyday jobs, right? So the average person, the average woman probably never worked in her life. You know, maybe now they work. I haven't been there so long. So I'm just speaking on my experience. The average women really don't work like that. So jobs like human resources really don't, or what are like degrees that a lot of women get, like communication,
Teachers, nurses,
nurses are there. What other degree? So some of those degrees, there's not really a lot of job opportunities, right? Besides being a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer, or something in the government. Okay. So when all parents migrate here, they still have that same mindset, you know, that you have to be a doctor, lawyer, whatever, and a financial advisor, whatever it is. So, but the difference is when I moved here, my dad went to school here. So my dad was very intelligent that he had a scholarship to go do his master at Michigan State University. So when we moved here, my parents were just wanted me to be very happy, whatever I choose, but they definitely make sure that education was something that I had to do. Although I didn't really go to a 4-year school, but they were excited that I choose culinary because they knew that I was very good at. But a lot of other African parents, you're never allowed to be a chef. No, that does not apply in their house.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But it's the mindset, you know.
Yeah.
Now, but we understand now because of the limited jobs, and you know, they're kind of bringing that mindset over to the US, so it makes sense now.
Right. And you know, some of them really don't know. They're not educated about all the job opportunities here. Like I remember one of my friends, her little sister quit to go to school because she wanted to do social media marketing, and those African parents, don't even tell them about social media. They think that it's stupid. So, you know, the parents shred her in pieces about, you know, her career choice. But today she's very successful. She has a social media firm. So it's, you know, it's that mindset. They don't know what is social media. They're like, what? People are going to pay you to press buttons, post pictures? Like, what is going on? You know, so it's different.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you chose to go to Le Cordon Bleu at 25. Like prior to 25, did you always have the dream of being the chef, or you were just trying to find your way?
The party days.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jenny. I've never partied a day in my life.
You guys are all goody two shoe now? Wow. I am so surprised.
Hey, it's shocking you.
Wow.
Gregory
has become a politician. He does not talk about the past. The past is no longer relevant. Brock is a whole actor. The past, wow.
We were all young once. We just say
that. Yeah. No, I feel you. I feel you though, because around that time, prior to you being 25, I think I was like 23, 24.
Right.
And I knew, like I always knew I wanted to be an actor, but I was kind of in those years where I was just trying to figure it out. And I was partying, you know. So yeah. So what happened, I would say, for you to kind of make that decision, like, okay, it's time for me to buckle down and go to culinary school? Like, what was it? Was it any particular thing, or do you think it was just timing?
So for me, it was really like, so I was over partying. I've like partied so much at that point. Like there was no party that I've never been to. So I was just like, what am I gonna do with my life? Like I'm 25. I refuse to finish school. like, what really am I gonna do, right? So I went on the internet, and I knew that every time my girlfriend came over or anybody came to visit, I always cook for them, and they love my food. So I went on the internet and I just Googled women chef, and I found Giada, the lady from the Food Network, Giada de la Trentes.
Yeah.
Wow, oh my God. She went to culinary school and she did this and this. Now she's this. I say, oh, sis, I'm going to do the same thing. So that was my motivation going to culinary school, because I knew that I just turned 25. I wasn't really doing anything, to be honest. Like, I really don't know what I was doing. But so I just decided that I needed to do something. And my sisters and my mom were all over my ears, like, you have to do something. You have to do something. You have to do something. You can't just party for the rest of your life. So
yeah. And that was in Austin, right?
yeah. So, well, I lived in Houston, but then I moved back to Austin.
So you went back to your roots.
Yeah.
Yeah. We keep them signs down. But yeah, so that was a 2-year process, correct?
Yeah, it's horrible.
It was horrible?
Really?
Yeah, I hated it.
Why? Like what made you hate it? I wouldn't have guessed that.
Well, I hated it in the fact that I was not mature enough to understand that that's what I needed at that point, right? I hated it because I couldn't party, I couldn't travel, I couldn't do anything. Like, all of my girlfriends would like go on hot vacation, and I was like at home.
So it was that transitioning from Sunday night on live on Sunday,
yes,
to
going
Austin
to
every day.
School. Oh my God, to go on a culinary school where you're not even allowed to wear makeup.
Well, you can't wear makeup? Oh man, that's crazy. So how is it? What did you say, Jizzle?
She said, I can't wear makeup.
I know. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, so
and I had to be in school like at 6 a.m. Oh, it was so terrible. And I was still
every day, like 5 days a week.
5 days a week.
What was the hours? Like 6 to
It was like 5 hours, 6 to 11.
6 to 11. Oh, well, that's not bad, because you can go home and get you a nap.
Oh, I did. So I had such a dope schedule though. So that was my only thing. So I went to school. So I woke up at 4:30, went to school. After school, I went and hiked right by my school. And then after that, I did yoga. And then after that, I went home.
Shout out to Representative Gray.
Yeah, I did that for 2 years. I did yoga. And then after that, I went home, ate, and then I worked at a restaurant in the kitchen.
Man, you were living the life, Chef Jenny.
But you don't, hey, bro.
It was not the life. Well, now it was the life, because now I'm like, wow, my life was so simple. Yeah. But back then, I hated it because I was like, yeah, I hate working in this kitchen. But it was cool. I had 3 jobs when I was in culinary school. I was on grind mode because I was like, I just need to learn as much as I need to and get out.
Yeah. So you graduated.
With honor.
I was just about to say, you were like the top of your class. I can't leave that out. With honor. So you were doing something right now.
On the dean's list.
You were doing something right. That yoga paid off, right?
Yeah, that good
on
yoga
the
paid
dean's
off.
List.
Yeah, on the dean's list. And then you transitioned immediately to Orlando, correct?
Yes.
To work with Disney. What exactly was
terrible?
It was for an internship, right? Why was that terrible? Just because they're like strict? It's so much structure.
So,
like, what is it?
Disney. I learned how to climb corporate American ladder at Disney. So Disney is a real corporation. Obviously, you guys know that. So it was terrible in a sense that I overworked. I had
Yeah.
so when I went to Orlando, I still wanted to like go to Miami sometimes, you know, hang out, but I wasn't able to. So I worked like
The KOD was still in your blood.
it sure was. So I worked like 6 days a week. I worked
6
like
days a week.
6 days a week, 10
Man.
hour shift. But I maneuver myself. Like I worked so hard that I was cool with the chefs. I got a lot of great experience. I worked in 7 restaurants over the park. I was really making moves. I was like, man, if I'm gonna be here, I need to figure out what they're doing. So I just did what I had to do. And then one thing that I really didn't like, I was like 27 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go live with roommates. Like my room, it was me and 3 girls. And I was on the top of the bunk bed.
Mm.
Oh, you thought you was in prison,
I really did. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that it felt like jail. It really did feel like jail. I was like, wait, am I in jail? So I just worked all the time. So that's all I did. I just worked. I was like, I hate being here.
So you tried to
And
work there.
my other roommates that was on the other side, it was 2 girls. And all of these girls were like younger than me. They were like 22, 21.
Oh, it's
Which
a
they were
different
nice and
experience.
sweet, but I just hated it because I came from having my own apartment, you know. So it was like I was not catching a break. Like I went from living to my mom's house, from after having my own apartment, going to culinary school, living in my mom's house for 2 years, and then going to Disney, living with 5 girls in a 2-bedroom apartment. I was like, gosh, shit.
That's serious right there.
I was like, so I just overworked myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were there for business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. So you were there for a year or longer?
Yeah, I was there for like a year and a half or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I got tired of them.
You say you got tired of them?
Yeah.
And then you moved back. You transitioned back to Houston.
I sure did. I
Back
was
to the original city where you were as a 20 to 24-year-old, correct?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah. Houston, I love Houston. So what made you go from Orlando to Houston? You could have went to any city. What made you choose Houston?
To be honest, I did not want to go back to Austin. My sister lived here. To be honest, I didn't want to go back to Austin. My sister lived here, and I knew that if I come to Houston, I'll be able to make moves. I don't know, to be honest. I was just like, I knew for sure I did not want to go back to Austin.
Yeah. But you just knew Texas was where you needed to be to kind of expand.
Well, I tried to. And also remember, I was an intern. Although like Disney pay for your, like we pay like pretty much like next to nothing to live in dorms, right?
Mm-hmm.
We still didn't make that much money, so I was still like broke.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that I need to move to Houston to make money, to really work, and to start a life as a culinarian.
Okay.
And I knew that going to Austin, I will have to go back to my parents' house, and or move to another city would be a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
When I moved here, my sister was here, so I lived with her for 30 days, and then I got a job, and then I moved out. So
that's 30 days. That's good.
She said 30 days, so she knows like 30 days.
30 days? Hey, look, you can stay with me whenever.
She found the right job.
I know you ain't gonna be that long.
No, because before I moved back, I called her. I was like, I'm gonna move back. I need to stay with you until I secure a job. And she was like, how long? I said 30 days. I told her 30 days. And after 30 days, I was actually before 30 days, I was out of her apartment.
That's dope though.
Man, that's
30
rare.
days with some people turn to 6 months.
6 months, 7 months.
My sister did not play like that. And I wouldn't do that to her either.
Yeah. So was your first job Texas Oxheart?
Yep.
So you land. That's like one of the most popular spots in Houston, correct?
It was the #1 restaurant in Houston, in the whole state of Texas. I
And
had
that was
no,
your
Ooh.
first job.
That's why you moved out. Shoot.
Like,
I had no idea.
What was that process like when you applied? Did you know somebody? Like, how did
Oh,
that happen?
so I really want to know. This is all God. God is so good. So on my way back to Texas, I went to see my cousin. She lives in Jacksonville. So as we're sitting there, I'm sitting here with my aunt, with her and her kids and her husband, and we're watching Chop. So Chop comes on. It's a girl that works at the Marriott, the JW Marriott here in Houston. And I'm like, oh shit, maybe I can go work for her. She's a girl, she's a chef, she's cool. I was like, I'll just go work for her, right? So I moved to Texas. I go seriously stalk this girl so I can go work for her. So
what does stalking entail? Like, the people need to know.
Wait. That's how I stumbled into Oxheart, by stalking her. So I go to the JW Marriott because I used to work at the Marriott in Austin. So I'm like, oh, good, they will hire me. I used to work at the Marriott. So I go to the JW Marriott. I do the interview. Well, first when they call me for interview, they're like, why did you want to apply here? I was like, well, I saw Chef Erin on Chop, and they're like, well, unfortunately, she doesn't work here anymore. I'm like, God damn, why? So then the catering chef ended up not even hiring me. Then I go on the internet, I'm doing my research, trying to figure out I find her boyfriend. Her boyfriend works at this barbecue restaurant. It's one of the best barbecue in Houston. I say, oh, great, I can learn how to do barbecue, and I'll just go work there. Be cool with him. He'll tell me where his girlfriend works, and I'll just go work there. So on a bright Monday morning, I have like my little resume. This is so funny. I have like literally like a binder with like 30 resumes that I printed. So I go to Southern Good, that was the place. And I see that they're smoking meat outside, but the restaurant is closed because they open at 5. And I'm like, oh, if I slide it under, there's going to be somebody that come in because they're smoking. So someone is here. So I slide the resume. And as I'm walking back to my car, I see a truck pull up, and I'm like, oh, that's the boyfriend. And he's like, oh, hi. I'm like, hey, I'm Jenny. I was just coming here to look for a job. And he's like, oh, hi, I'm Patrick. I'm the executive chef. I'm like, yeah, I read a little bit about you. So he looks at my resume. He's like, oh, you want to do, you want to do tweezers food. And he's like, you want to do tweezer food? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you like food that looks really pretty? Because I think he just saw the way I looked because I was all dolled up. And he was like, I'm going to send you somewhere. You need to go. My friend has a restaurant. It's called Oxheart. I'm like, what? He's like, Oxheart. I was like, okay. He's like, here's the address. You should go and give your resume. He will hire you. And he's like, you don't want to come smoke meat here. And I was like, okay. So then I drive. Right after I leave there, I drive to Oxheart. I see that, okay, this is the place. Okay, no one is here. So I take my resume, I slide it under the door. As I'm leaving, I see a truck pull up. And guess who it is? Justin with his Asian. I see like this little Asian guy. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Who's this guy? And he's like, oh, hi. I'm like, hi. I'm like, so I got recommended to come here to get a job. He's like, by who? I was like, the guy at Southern Good. And he's like, oh, Patrick. And then he was like, oh, come in. So I walk in. It's like the smallest restaurant ever. The restaurant is literally like the size of my 1,200 square foot living room. Like, that's the whole restaurant. And I'm like, where do people sit? I look like
we ain't gonna breeze over the fact that your living room is 1,200 square feet. That's what we're not gonna do because 1,200 square feet is not little by any stretch of the imagination.
A lot of people don't even got a restaurant.
I'm talking about for a living room.
No, my whole apartment is 1,200 square foot. My living room is probably like 700 or something.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, so I'm like, wait, what is going on? I'm like, this is small. So I walk in there and he's like, oh yeah, come in. You work at Disney? I'm like, yeah, I just moved here. And he's like, oh, you worked at JW Marriott? You worked at La Condesa in Austin? I'm like, yeah. And then he's like talking to me, like shooting the shit. I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, do you want to come stage on Sunday? I said, yeah. I didn't even know what stage was. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah. So stage isn't like you go, you work for free for one day, they see your work ethic, and then they either give you a job or they don't. Okay. I said, oh yeah, I'll come there. So I tell my sister, oh girl, I got a job. I was just excited. I got a fucking job. So I go in there this Sunday. It's so small. I'm the only Black person there besides the dishwasher. Okay. So it's 4 cooks, is 1 white girl, 1 white boy, and this other Mexican kid. No, actually this other white guy. Yeah, it was like Skeets, Chris, Andrew, me, and Baby A. It was 5 people and the chef. Mm-hmm. So I'm over there doing whatever, and then after the shift, he's like, "Oh, Jenny, yeah, I definitely want you to start working with us. Bras, cool. You know, we're gonna pay you X amount." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. You're gonna work from 9 a.m. to 5, and sometime you're gonna work service because that's prep, and then sometime you're gonna work service from 5 also, from 9 a.m. to midnight." I said, what?
She said, what?
And we open 5 days a week, and we close only Monday. Wait, we close Tuesday and Wednesday. I said, okay, cool. So I text my sister, I text my family, oh my God, I got a job, my first job after culinary school. They're like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I'm just doing whatever they asked me to. So my sister's like, oh, what's the name of the restaurant? I send it to her. So then a week later, she's like, oh, so the first week I just did straight prep. So after that, she's like, oh, come over. She lived here in Houston, my other sister. So she lived here in Houston. And she was like, come over. So I go over her house, and she's like, wow, so tell me about the restaurant that you work at. And I'm like, oh, it's cool. She's like, oh, so tell me about this guy. You know that's the #1 restaurant in Houston, right?
You had no idea.
I was like, she went on Google and got me the whole article on eaters. I started reading. I said, oh, what? He just won James Bierman Award. I'm like, wait, there is critics that come in there every Saturday. I'm like, what? So then I go back to work the next day. I'm like, wait, so is this the #1 restaurant?
She gotta ask. She already knows what she gotta
ask. And my peers were like, please don't ever tell Chef that you did not know this. Please don't. Please don't. Please. And they're like, Jenny, you did not know this. You did not know that we're all over like that. That's why he's so, like, he was so picky that he had a whole way on how to pick parsley. Like how to pick it, he was the pickiest chef. I only worked there the only amount of time that it was open. So I worked there for like a year, and then he closed it. That year that I worked there shaped my whole culinary career until today. Like when I cook with chefs, they're always like, damn, you're really good, because it's like, it was like a whole army. First of all, the space was so small. So we had to work like super, super efficient. And then my prep list was like this long. I had like 15 items to make. Like every day I had to make apple juice from scratch. Like peeling the orange, juicing the orange, clarifying the orange, the juice. Make sure it's like now the juice is coming out. Adding freaking like it was a whole process. That whole process took at least 5 hours. On top of that, I had like a whole list of things to do. We had to use like a lot of Zantrum, like a lot of exotic seasoning, a lot of crazy techniques. And I learned so much when I was there. It was crazy. I used to come home and just cry sometimes.
Like from the hard work or just
psych
yeah,
mental.
I would just like cry because I was like, my whole body would hurt. Like my fingers were like, whew, like remind me of that job. Don't remind me of that job.
That job made you the woman you is.
Hardest job I've ever had. It was mentally, physically, emotionally hard, but it really shaped me to the chef I am today. And I've never worked somewhere better than that place.
What made him close
where is
after
he
a
now?
year? Yeah, that's like what made him close it.
So he opened up another restaurant. So that's what I guess he does. Every year he will give the cooks like 3 months break because he works so much. So those 3 months break, I was so tired of that whole army. I did not want to work for him anymore. So after that, I decided to go sell food truck and to work at a food truck manufacturing company here in Houston. And it was also the top rated one. So also that was another 3 years of my life that I worked at a highly stressed company. But I learned how to sell food truck, how to really put a business plan for chefs. I worked one-on-one with chef. And it was a startup company, right? So I did payroll, I did sales, I did quality control, procurement. So I learned a lot about really running a business when I worked there too.
So the job at the food truck company, is that what kind of propelled you into becoming an entrepreneur yourself as a chef?
Yes. After that, I was done working for people.
I ain't work for nobody no more.
I was so done.
And then you started Jenny on the Go, right?
Yeah.
Or Jenny on the Go 365.
Mm-hmm.
Can't forget the 365.
That's every day. Oh, even on leap year?
So what's the prep? You said, oh, leap year is 366.
So I said, even
or you take that one day off. You take February 29th off.
You know what? I wish I can even take half of a day off.
So
I don't think I think I'm a workaholic. Well, I don't think, I know I'm a workaholic.
I don't like it.
Yeah, but you love work though. You love it.
I do. I
work every single day, but I love what I do. I say I work every single day, but I love what I do.
I love what I do too. But you know what? Sometimes, so with me, one thing that I'm starting to notice, I get tired of things. Like I get kind of like, I'm over this. After I do it for so long, I need change.
That's understandable.
Which is good because in culinary, there's so many avenues. Like you don't have to cook for people every day. You know, you don't have to be a chef. You can go work. You can go work at a lab. You know, McDonald's in a lab. You can create recipe for brands. You can do. There's so many things you can do in culinary. You can work in purchasing department of a corporation. You know, so there's so many avenues that you can do. So every time I get bored, I just switch.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what's the premise of Jenny on the Go 365?
So Jenny on the Go 365 is a culinary service company. So we do catering, private chef, cooking classes, and food media. But we focus more on food media.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, I got a video. I want you to describe and tell us what's in the pictures.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so that was a steak salad. It had greens, mixed green, orange, corn, mushroom, tomatoes, caper, what is that? Radish, parsley, cilantro, and mint. I see a steak.
Okay.
Eat that, but it's like I'll take me a little bite out of that. Man.
Okay. What's going on here?
Bolognese pasta with I think I did like 3 different meat, lamb, lamb, beef, and I think it was turkey. And then those are oregano with the rich marinara sauce.
Okay.
Gracious, girl. Yeah, what I'm
Oh
talking
my
about.
god,
Right
my
there.
crawfish. So this is a crawfish boil. My crawfish,
That's what
like I put so much seasoning in these crawfish. To be honest, I can't even tell you everything that I do. But my broth is I do my broth with dashi kobu, which is kelp. So that really gives it like a really good balanced flavor. So when you add like all of your seasoning, even if you add like orange juice and all that, it would just balance it out because it's kelp. So it's crawfish, shrimp, potatoes and corn. So this is a brisket mac. So I love to make my own cheese sauce, which I make it with easy melt, heavy cream, and Boursin herb cheese, and then and then after I do that, I take the noodles, of course, do whatever I need to do with it, boil it, and then I add the cheese sauce, and then I add more heavy cream, and then I add all my cheeses, and then I add the brisket on top. Put it in the oven.
How long does it take you to prepare the brisket?
So brisket takes about 8 to 10 hours. You definitely want to cook it low and slow on a smoker. I use a rub for my brisket, and I make my own barbecue sauce.
Ooh.
And that's chives on top of it. Yeah.
You the truth.
Girl said she make her own barbecue sauce. Now I read a lot about your tacos. Now, so tell us what's so special and different about your tacos.
So my tacos, the reason why they're so special and different is because I marinate my meat. The marination process is what makes it different. So, and also I love flavors and I love authenticity. So every time that I go eat authentic Mexican food, I'm always asking, hey, what did you put in there? And I try to always connect with chefs. My sister-in-law is Mexican, so I try to use the most authentic seasoning that I can find. So that's what makes it really, really, really special, because it really tastes really authentic.
What kind of shell?
Yeah, the shell looks unique too.
Oh, those are just tortillas.
Really?
Red tortillas.
Okay.
Oh, they're just red.
Yeah. Corn tortillas. Yeah.
Thought it was a sweet potato.
It looked like sweet potato.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
That would be cool though.
It might be something you need to try.
I know.
Just put my name on that when you do it.
I should. EYG tacos.
They could be the jizzle tacos.
Yeah, sweet potatoes.
So this is the margarita that I made with one of my favorite juice, Corona. So it's a watermelon. No, this one was not a watermelon, was it?
Look like
Wait, was it a watermelon? I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
A watermelon margarita that was spicy. I made it with Corona. So it's pretty much the same way you make a margarita, but I just added Corona in there with simple syrup, tequila, ice, and triple slice.
Jalapeno?
And jalapenos on top.
Keep them away right there. Keep them jalapenos away from me.
And then I
went to the restaurant.
fresh watermelons on there.
So is this something that derived from Gin and the Juice, your juice company, or
no? So Gin and the Juice actually is not going to be alcohol. We are going to. So oh my God, should I tell you guys a secret?
I already know.
Yeah, I know Jimmy already know. So Gin and the Juice is coming back. We're gonna have storefronts. Next year. So we're going to do fresh juices, acai bowl, and salads.
Ooh, okay.
And then we're gonna call it like a whole different name. Yes. I don't want to say the name yet because I have not trademarked the name yet. So
yeah.
So this, I know this one is special to you. So just tell the people what it is.
It's my chicken liver pate. I mean, beef liver pate. Y'all Americans don't know how to eat pate. Y'all don't even like pate.
I don't even know what that is.
It's chicken liver that you just blend with butter.
I don't pate. Nah.
It's chicken liver that you put in a food processor and you add butter in it. That's all it is.
I might try it though. You like it?
It's so good. Yeah, and Americans don't eat it. I don't understand why. I love it.
That's one of the things that got lost when we came here.
Yeah, got real lost.
What is it? How do you pronounce it?
Pate. It's French.
Ah, okay. That's why.
Yeah.
That explains it.
Hey, Jill, she coming to the Curtis house on December 11th, and she don't flake out.
I'll be there with my bells on now.
With your bells? With your bell, you're gonna be like, boop, boop, boop.
Yep. And I'm gonna take a lot of my medicine before I get there. So I have
you need to detox before you get there. Well, I'm excited for actually going to the Curtis house because I'm excited to eat all the authentic Alabama food. Shoot.
Oh yeah, it's there.
That's what I'm also excited to give back to the community, to be honest. But I mean, that food is really.
You're gonna take a couple recipes.
Not even taking recipe. I will be eating the whole time. People will be like, "Is she supposed to be cooking or eating?"
Where she put it in?
So she gonna cook. She gonna do Christmas at the Curtis house. She's gonna prepare the dinner on December the 11th. And we're gonna feed the community. So I think we're gonna try to feed the first 100 people or some of that nature, maybe more, but that's what we're gonna do on December
11th. I was going to the Curtis house on November the 20th. I bought my ticket, my flight to come there, and I was told that, the chef was coming in December. So
wait, Job, you bought your ticket?
Yes.
Reimbursement. You go ahead.
So now I'm gonna be there for no reason at the Curtis house on the porch.
Eat some peanuts.
Okay, so you guys want to know what happened? And I felt so.
He playing. He playing.
I'm just playing.
Oh, I was like, oh my God, I felt so bad.
Nah, he told me before I bought it. He told me before I bought my ticket. I'm just giving you a hard time. But I was looking forward to it.
Oh, you can come on December the 11th? You should come.
I have a speaking engagement in South Carolina on December 11th, so I can't come.
You know what? We're going to have so much more amazing things at the Curtis house. And you guys are all invited to my gala, June 20th.
Where's that?
Don't invite us, because we'll show up on you.
Oh, no.
We will be there. And we're going to be loud.
No, you guys are all invited. It's a Monday. I'm doing something so dope, so I would definitely love for you guys to be there.
We got to come suited and booted?
Huh?
We got to come suited and booted?
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be like a two-part event.
In Houston, right?
Yeah, in Houston.
All right.
June 20th.
All right.
My Palm Pilot.
No, like seriously, you guys are all invited. I would love for you guys to be part of it.
No, seriously, you need to know that we keep telling you we coming now. Don't act like we gonna put the interview on you.
Yeah, let's do a live podcast.
All right, listen. You're on the podium now. Step up to the podium. So I'm gonna ask you a series of questions.
Okay.
You give me the first answer that come to mind. You don't got 20 days to think about these answers now. You ready? You ready?
Yes.
All right. Question number 1.
Yeah.
If you had to choose one place to open a restaurant, where would it be?
Chicago.
Why Chicago?
Because all the Michelin star restaurants are there.
Listen, I tell people all the time when they talk about the best food in America, it's in Chicago.
It is. All the Michelin restaurants are there.
Chicago food is amazing.
The best food in America.
Man, listen. From your 5 stars all the way to your mom and pops.
Yes, I had the best delivery pizza. It was duck pizza. I didn't even know that you can make duck pizza. It was delivery from supposedly like some rinky-dinky place. I say, what? This is rinky-dinky?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that whole
spots. What is going on here?
What's going on?
Hey, we representative had some vegan duck out here in LA, and it was
For real.
whew, it was
Hey,
banging too.
Hey,
They were
boy,
banging.
you know, it's a real duck out there,
And,
boy.
and, and guess what? I had it Sunday.
What's a vegan duck?
Vegan duck, bro.
Yeah, it's good, bro. Like
I know you when you seen that boy like,
Hey.
boy, what? I ain't know it ain't this.
Hey.
Jeremy is a fake vegan because he eat all the Beyond Meat that still tastes like meat.
Yeah, but it's fake though.
Yeah, it's
He
fake.
ain't
That's what I'm saying.
He ain't finished with him yet.
That's what I'm saying. I'm always like, what? It's fake meat.
All right, question number 2. Do you ever plan on going back to Burundi or Cameroon to teach culinary?
No, so I plan on going back to Cameroon to do a documentary about my life because I don't think that camp that camp place is still there, but I want to go and see it and just feel the energy there. I don't really have anything to do in Burundi, so I don't know. But I definitely want to go back to Congo to teach and to do more pop-ups and culinary endeavors.
Well, let me know when you get ready to do your documentary. Maybe I can help you out in that endeavor.
Let's do it. I have this whole concept on how I want to do a documentary when it's my 25th year in America. I want to do a whole documentary on my life. Hopefully by that time, I have I'm more successful than I am today.
No, you will be.
Okay, thank you.
You definitely will be.
Thank you.
All right, question 3.
Okay.
I think I know the answer,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not going to assume.
Right.
Favorite place in America to party?
Uh-oh.
I have quite a few.
You can only pick one, so think about it for 5 seconds.
They're like 20 seconds.
Doug, I hate you.
You know she done did all the party and she already said it. Yeah.
You got 2 seconds. Give me 3. Give me 3. Give me 3.
4, 5. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with Miami, but after I saw the devil in Miami, I'm never going back over there. I literally saw a demon in Miami.
You seen a demon?
Yes, it was my last time in Miami. This guy came up to me and my girlfriend, and he told us that he is the devil. It was the weirdest experience ever, and I never went back.
He said he the devil.
Yeah. After that, I don't even want to talk about that story because it creeps me out when I talk about it. It was just so crazy. Y'all remember Troy? You remember Troy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went out with Troy at what was it again? That club that I met you at, Jock. Yeah, it was exactly that club. Outside, this guy came up to me sitting in a yoga position, having this little thing, and he was telling me how he's like, look, all these people, they work for me. I control all these people, like speaking like demon language. It was weird. And then I rebuked him. I was like, get away from me in the name of Jesus. And I swear me and my friends saw him vanish. It was the most weirdest thing ever. And then Troy pulled up, we got in a car, and I never went back to Miami.
Hey, look, he can't stand the power of the name of Jesus, though.
It was the weirdest thing. And then I called my sister that her husband is a pastor, and I told her my experience. I was still in culinary school when this happened, and I never went back. Never.
All right, cool. Next question.
No, it was after culinary school, I think. Yeah.
Oh, so this wasn't too long ago. All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I asked that one. All right. 5 spices that everyone should have in their kitchens.
Here we go.
Everyone should have kosher salt, black pepper, white pepper, paprika,
one more.
Onion powder.
I got all that.
I got all that. Now name something that we don't that you know we don't got. Give us 3 that you know we don't got.
Ginger powder, tarragon.
What's the first one?
Ginger powder.
Yeah, I don't got that.
I don't got that.
Tarragon.
I got tarragon.
Yep.
Fennel.
I don't got that.
Fennel.
Fennel. How you spell that?
Fennel.
Fennel. Okay.
And what do you usually cook with fennel?
You can do pork. You can do meat.
I don't need
Usually,
that.
like, yeah, pork, meat, and stuff like that. You don't eat pork or meat, or like red meat.
You see that, man?
It's really good with pasta.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I eat that. All right. Let's see. Question 5. When you're not cooking, what's your favorite pastime?
What do you mean my favorite pastime?
Like what's your favorite hobby? What do you do to let your hair down?
Oh, I love to eat.
So still kind of, do you consider that work or nah?
Pleasure.
That's
that's what I say. I'm such a workaholic. So when I always have to meet the chef, connect with them.
The reason why I ask is because when people ask you what I like to do, like one of the things is go to the movies, but there's still work.
I know.
Because I watch movies differently. So
yeah.
I get it. All right. Final question. You guys know what it is.
Oh, she gonna love them.
And this is probably the best person that this answer is catered to. So I'm gonna ask it a little differently. You can choose 3 people. They can be living or they could have passed on. One person you have breakfast with, and I want you to tell me who that person is and what meal you would prepare for them. And then lunch, you can have lunch with another person and tell me what you would prepare for lunch for them. And then dinner with the third person and what you would prepare for dinner for them.
It's 3 people, right?
Yeah, 3 different people. One for each meal.
That I would love to hang out with, right? And cook with.
Yep.
And cook for.
Mm-hmm.
So breakfast, I would love to cook breakfast for Kanye West.
Okay.
Because I would love to just see, what am I going to make him, right?
Yeah, what you making him? Kanye love to eat.
I will make Kanye. Kanye is very futuristic.
Mm-hmm.
So I will make him egg Benedict. With a very, very spicy hollandaise.
Mm-hmm.
But I will make it with I will add some type of southern thing to it. Like either it would be like a brisket egg Benedict or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shot too. That sounds good.
Lunch.
I would love to eat lunch with let me see what girl I would love. I would love to eat lunch with who's fun. Let me see. So I'm not really like Star Trek, so I don't ever know like.
Because you don't meet everybody.
Exactly. They don't even have to be a star.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out who would I love to have lunch with.
Representative Gray.
Yeah, right. I would love to have lunch with Jeremy. And you know what we'll talk about? I will make him the best vegan fried chicken ever.
Oh,
can't wait to December 11th. I can't wait to take that, boy. Yes, for the tapes.
What size? What size, Joe?
Huh?
What size?
What do you mean size?
What you fried chicken? What's going with the fried chicken? What size?
Oh, I would make him some really good collard greens.
Ooh.
And then I will also make him some really good Spanish rice with that.
Okay. So you're gonna have 3 people at lunch. You're gonna have all 3 of them.
You need to say going to stop. I would.
Okay. All right. Who you got for dinner? Who you got for dinner?
Dinner. Whoa, you put me up there. You know what? For dinner, y'all don't judge me. Jeremy probably know who I'm gonna say. He's gonna be like, "Oh shit, Jenny."
I know who you go. I think I know who you're gonna say because you said don't judge you.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Don't judge me.
I had to blow you up for this.
I would love to just have dinner with Donald Trump.
I knew it. I knew it.
I hear Donald Trump just talk shit. And I'll make him, Donald Trump is from New York, so I'll make him a dope ass sous vide aged steak. I will make him, it would be like sous vide marinated, but dry aged or something like that. And then for the side, I would make a very healthy risotto.
Mm-hmm.
And for the other, and then we'll have like a cheese platter or something like that.
Well, you be wasting your time because all he wanted McDonald's. So
Donald Trump is eating great.
Donald Trump want.
I would love to have lunch, dinner, and yeah.
Okay.
Jeremy, Kanye, and it's all men. That's when you know that I don't really like women like that. And of course, my man. I would love to have dinner with my man, or every day, all day. But we're talking about other people.
Yeah, we're talking about other people. Your man don't count right now.
No.
Y'all are some haters. I'm just kidding.
I said that. They ain't say that. All right. So we reached the portion of the show where we get a gem of elevation. Could be something that you said, an article, scripture, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
The gem of elevation this week is from Socrates. And it reminded, when I think of this quote, it reminded me of you and your journey, right? So it is, the secret to change is to focus all your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Just simply that. You know what I'm saying? No matter who you are, you know what I'm saying, at one point in your life, when it's time to make a change, you know, it's time to focus on the future. Stop looking back in the past. I feel like a lot of people struggle with focusing on their past life or things they struggle with in the past, and it hinders them from moving forward.
Yep.
So yeah.
Perfect one right there, my boy. That's perfect one right there.
So yeah, I thought when I read that quote, I thought of you. So
wow, thank you.
Continue focusing on, you know, the future and everything that you have. Stop hoping and wishing, because everything that you want is going to come into fruition, because
let the church say amen.
Yeah, it just is. This is what we do here at the Roundtable.
Amen, sister. Amen.
And when you come on December 11th, save me a plate. I get it on the spot.
I'm making fried chicken, Spanish fries.
She won't be there. When you coming? What day you coming?
I got to speak in Clemson on the 11th. And
no, she coming early and leaving later. So when she know the dates are.
I mean that Thursday, remember?
Yeah, and leaving on the Monday, right?
So it's like an 8.
Monday. Yeah, I think it's the 9th.
Oh, I might come early then. Yeah.
The band will be
ready for this fried chicken?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You better believe it, like a true story.
Yeah.
Are you ready to come and eat this food, or
I'm coming. I'm coming for sure.
I don't really think you believe what we saying.
I'll be there. Look, we're gonna end it on this note for the people. You know what I'm saying? For the people who don't know.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? She been rocking with.
It's Thursday, so we gotta bring out the throwbacks.
She been rocking with the kids for a long time now.
Can you send me these pictures so I can just reminisce on how skinny I was? Wow. Motivation. This is when I used to do yoga every day. The yoga body, honey. Can you go back to those pictures? Wow. I can't even lose a pound these days. Oh my God.
Wait.
I can't even believe I was that skinny.
That boy said, woo wee.
Wow. Jock, send me these pictures. No, like further. I need this picture on my screensaver. Like, do you see how you used to look like?
Put the fork down, Jennifer.
Wow.
Put the fork down.
Wow. That is so sad.
Yeah, man. So yeah,
You guys all look good. I'm so glad we got to reunite.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think the last time I seen you was in LA, right?
I know. At the
Cardi-
Fashion Nova party.
Cardi B birthday party.
Yeah. She had to throw that out though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, she's now. We ain't talking about how she like Instagram famous either. Now, we ain't talking about that.
Oh, I'm definitely not Instagram famous. First of all,
what?
Yeah, we got like 200,000 followers or something like that.
Tell the people your Instagram. Tell the people your Instagram.
It's my name, Jennifer Sebasigari. I'm just a young woman that has a goal and a dream. Look at his face. Why are you saying that? Because for real, like I don't walk around thinking that I'm Instagram famous. I think that connotation and people thinking that really get into their head that they don't really do anything for society. And they think that Instagram is the way of living. But I do not like when people say that I'm Instagram famous because being famous has such a bad rap. I just want to impact real people's life. Famous people are not impacting real people's life.
Some of them are.
Not LeBron James?
No. I'm just saying some of them, and
okay. But you just happen to be a famous person that's impacting people's lives. It's all in how you use your platform.
That's right.
Right. Like I don't see myself as like famous.
Nobody does.
You know what I mean? Like I don't walk around like bitch I'm famous. Like I will never like I don't that's not my personality. You know what I mean? Like
we got you.
We understand.
We just in your flower.
We just saying that you lit, man. We you very well.
Yeah.
You're rather litty.
Yeah. Oh.
So we all came up in life. This is great. Jeremy's a whole politician. Soon here we're gonna be running his presidential campaign. Jock is gonna be winning Academy Award, and you're gonna be winning Grammys.
Hey girl, you better speak
and
that
thing to here.
And we're gonna have you prepare all the meals.
You ain't gonna be there. You're gonna be somewhere.
He said you should come be somewhere.
Well, just so you're gonna be preparing all the meals, so all the events.
I sure will. Jenny on the go. We'll be on the go everywhere.
Jenny on the go, 365.
Yep, every day.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on the round table, man. Y'all want to say anything to her?
Appreciate you stepping on the platform.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You can get back to what you got going on now.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I apologize for holding you longer than you intended, but I feel like it was worth it.
It was worth it. I had so much fun. I had so much fun. You guys are amazing. I want to come back. Next time I have something big, we'll have to come back.
Yeah, for sure.
We're gonna see you. We're gonna see you December 11th now.
December 11th.
Yeah,
the world know now, so you can't.
Yeah, so don't you hit no standards.
I will be there. Trust me, I will be there. Me, my knives and my tongs and my spatula and my thermometer. We all gonna be there.
Yeah. Do you travel with your seasoning?
So I travel with my knife kits. But I don't travel with seasoning. It depends on which one and where I'm going. So like if I'm going to New York to cook, yes. Because I'm not going to those bodega, whatever they call them, trying to like find a seasoning. Then you have to go to Chinatown. Then I have to go to the subway that I don't know how to use. It's a hot mess. Last time I went there, and then you have to like walk 2 blocks to get like a taxi or Uber. No, I'm not doing that. It's just really, so it depends on where I'm going. So like when I go to the Curtis house, no, I'm just going to bring my tools because I know that I can catch an Uber 20 minutes. I'll find, a grocery store.
You ain't never about 20 minutes.
You have a driver, girl. Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I can like walk there. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know about that now.
We're gonna pick you up.
You get what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna be like a hustle. Like
hey, what you say? You ain't from this hood, so don't be walking down the street now.
Oh yeah. But I don't think the Curtis house is in the hood though.
Nah, it ain't.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, but
that's the whole purpose.
the hood has got gentrified.
Wait, so the Curtis house is actually in the real hood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose of it being there.
That's why it's here. It's a resource center for a community that needs it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my God! So should I be scared?
No.
No, it ain't that now. We ain't talk about all that now.
The Curtis
No,
house,
I mean,
Curtis house
you mean
was
the hood
respected.
hood.
The Curtis house respected though, so it's different.
Mhm.
Like the
Oh,
hood
so like
embraced the
people
Curtis
would
house.
not like mess. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So people would not like mess with it or anything.
Nah.
That's good.
Nah.
Yeah, because
Nah,
it's a resource. So why would they mess with it, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
They know what time it is.
Right.
Don't be on that porch after dark.
Y'all are crazy.
All right, man. We ain't gonna hold you, man. We're gonna let you, continue on with your night. Thank you for
My
Okay,
night is
something
over.
to eat.
It's 10:12.
It ain't
Nice.
over.
Yeah.
The night is young.
Hey.
Not today. The night is over right now.
Rep, you gonna close us out?
Yeah. Until next time, stay elevated, my friends.
Thank
Peace.
you.
All right, we'll see you
Yeah,
in
y'all,
December, Jenny.
All right,
Bye,
Jenny.
guys.
All
I'm gonna
right.
bring the Henny.
Adios. How do I get out?